Hello and welcome everybody to the first episode of a project management series that will be covering project management aspects and techniques. Let us get started. Grab your coffee, notebooks, laptops or mobiles. Let us start the episode by looking at the definition of a project. As per the Project Management Institute, a project is a temporary endeavor undertaking to deliver a unique product, service, or a result. So the key features of a project are temporary, meaning that each project will have a start and an end date. Projects are temporary, but their deliverables may exist beyond the end of the project. Unique, meaning each project has its own targets, impact, and teams. Creating a value, meaning a product, service, or an improvement will be a result of the project. Projects drive change in organizations. A project is aimed to move an organization from one state to another to deliver a certain objective. Let us take a look on some of the examples of the project that we see in our life. First example would be the pyramids, the famous pyramids. The pyramid is a project to build a tomb for the king. Another example would be a marketing deployment campaign for a company, similar to what Coca-Cola had done on its bottles and cans with the various names. Another interesting example would be adding a feature to app running system, similar to what Facebook had done by adding this new emoji, the care emoji. What are the different project types? There are several ways to categorize projects based on the size, context, or geographical footprint, etc. We will be discussing in the episode today the categorization based on context. In general, there are 6 fundamental categories that are defining context of projects. Projects conforming with legal or regulatory requirements, projects delivering social requirements, projects to create, improve, or fix products, services, or processes, projects satisfying stakeholders' requests or needs, projects to implement or change a business strategy, projects to deliver technological implementation or change. Now, let us discuss each of these types in details. Legal and regulatory requirements projects. In these projects, organizations have to follow the legal and regulatory requirements imposed on them by the industry standards they're working in or by the country laws they are working in. If we want to look at a real-life example for these kind of projects, we can simply look at the backside of any product that we buy. We'll find lots of information similar to production plant, location, ingredients, and the name of the company, etc., etc. This information are legal and regulatory requirements by the industries and the countries these products are produced in. As we move in time, new regulations, new requirements will come in place, and that's why organizations will have to initiate new projects to conform with all of these requirements. Second type is delivering a social requirement project. In these projects, organizations are delivering a social benefits to the communities they are working in. This is part of the social responsibility towards these communities, and it's also impacting their social image in front of the members of the communities. If we want to take a look on some of the recent social projects, we can point out Henkel and P&G for the effort that they have been delivering supporting the communities that we're working in by producing extra detergents and delivering it for free to fight COVID-19. Also, these two companies and various companies across the world donated lots of money to help hospitals buy their needs as soon as they can. The third type of projects is to create, improve, or fix a product, service, or a process. In these types of projects, organizations are addressing a need within their own structure or their own business. This will enable them to deliver a much needed operational or business benefit. I will mention 2 types of these projects. One of them is internal within the organization process, and one of them is external for the business itself. The first one, the internal one, is introducing Lean Six Sigma to the processes of an organization to make it more smooth, simple, and direct and effective. The second one, for the business, it will be like introducing the parking sensor for the cars to make the car purchasing more appealing to the consumers. The fourth type of projects are the projects satisfying the needs of the stakeholders of the organization. In these projects, organizations tend to cover the needs of its stakeholders who are directly or indirectly impacting the output of the organization. If we look at a recent example of such kind of projects, we can simply look at the reaction of the companies towards COVID-19 and how they changed their operations to meet their stakeholder needs. At this point, it would be their employees, to protect them and keep them safe. As an example, we can look at working from home setup, putting segregation areas around in all of the plants of production, and also buying or purchasing the production lines to produce the face masks so they can supply themselves and also supply communities around them. Fifth type is the business strategy projects. In these types of projects, organizations tend to change or implement their business strategy to deliver a business need. Similar to focusing more on penetration spending than loyalty retaining spending for marketing. Also, introducing a new segmentation process to know which products to focus more on. The last type of projects we have for today is the technological implementation and change projects. In these types of projects, organizations are implementing new technologies or changing their current platforms to cope with the current circumstances or to become more agile. If we take a recent example for this, it will be also COVID-19, where all the organizations relied more on the online meetings instead of the face-to-face meetings to protect their employees by using Microsoft Teams, Zoom, or WebEx applications. Thanks a lot for watching, and if you find the video beneficial, please share it with your network, and see you in the next episode. Ciao!